Hi everyone. Good evening. So today let's start about our Express deployment in our Netlify. So first of all, whatever you have done, you have to create a folder called as functions here. So all your database files and all your index file, you need to keep it inside your functions folder, right? So after this, you need to create a folder called as this, right? This is an empty folder which I have created. Here you can keep your index.html. So this is basically a empty HTML file which you can keep it in the this folder. Now what you need to do is you need to create a netlify.toml file. Here in the netlify.toml file, you just write this, copy and write this bill for because we need for bill and we need for depth. This will be used while deploying, right? Okay, so that is fine. And now what you need to do is you need to install something called as Netlify Lambda and serverless HTTP, right? So I believe you guys already have installed Express and Mongoose. So keep it as it is and just install this Netlify Lambda and serverless HTTP. And about the Netlify CLI, it is optional because some people they use the CLI, some people they don't, right? So that is about our structure of our code structure, right? In the BS code. So I think I have posted this in the GitHub also, so you can check out. I will just provide the link to the GitHub also. So next step, what you should be doing is you should be going back to uh, you should go to Netlify, right? Should go to Netlify website. So if you have not signed up, you can go here and you can sign up. Since I have already signed up, I it is logging me in, right? So you can just sign up and log in. So you can either use your email or you can just use the GitHub, right? They will ask whether you can while registering they will ask whether how you should be setting up. So either you can choose if already you have a GitHub account. I think I also have provided you how to do GitHub, right? So you can, if already you have a GitHub account, then you can directly link with the GitHub account with the Netlify, or simply you can use your email password to register. Fine. So this is after logging in. This is the page which you will land up, Netlify page. So I have created this site, right? So for creating, you have to go to this particular sites. Then you can just click on add new site. If you are deploying from your GitHub account, then that is well and good. But if you are deploying manually, you can just click on the deploy manually. So this page will pop up. So here what you should do is like you should drag all your files, right? So if you can see here, I have all my file posts in GitHub. So this is all my files. So I will just copy this folder, this whole thing I will just copy and I will just paste it. I will drag it here. So that is how you will drop your files. So after dropping your files here, right? So let me drop my file. So you need to have a index.html file, right? So if I copy this one, so this you have to do, and after that they will ask for some bill, right? So after that they will ask for bill. So what you can give here is, you can see, right? Here what we have to do is after pushing our code, right? Our After pushing our code in the Netlify, it will, if it is successfully completed, it will show me this page. Fine. So if I am getting this page, then what I should do is I should go back to my VS Code. I will go back to my VS Code and I will just open the terminal, right? And you can see here I have given the script for building. So the script is npm run build, right? If I click on here, I hit enter, it will ask your uh, site URL, right? Site ID. So for me, I already have a site and already I have also deployed. So it will not create me, it will not deploy again, right? It will just update my deployment. For you, you need to provide this one, right? When they ask about the ID of the Netlify. So you can click on dot, or if the dot doesn't work, you can simply write dist. Fine. You can see it is deploying. Already I have deployed, so you can see right deploying to main site. So for you, they might ask the URL of your Netlify site. So in that case, you have to provide this one. Understood? So here it has been deployed successfully. It is deployed live. And you can see also they have given me the website URL where I can check my APIs, right? By using this, I can hit all the APIs which I have in my file. Fine. So, talking about the API, you can see here, right? I have this. If I hit the root, it should show me this one. If I hit some other thing, it should give me the result of the book from the MongoDB, right? So after connecting with our MongoDB, again we have deploy our backend API in Netlify. So it will run 24/7 irrespective of anything, right? So here in this index.js file, some modification required. So I believe we have installed the serverless HTTP, and we have also installed what? We have also installed the Netlify Lambda, right? So doing this, we were able, now we will be able to create serverless. Here I am creating serverless. Here I will not use any port number, right? I repeat, I will not use any port number because we are deploying it on Netlify, which will run 24/7. So this is the root URL where we have deployed, right? So using this root URL, we can, after this we can append any URL like this. All of this we can append after the Netlify root URL. Fine. And one more thing is we have changed our app to router. You can see here, right? Now we are no longer using app.get or app.post. Instead, we will be sticking with our router here because this is not a local server which we are building. That's why we have changed to router. Fine. So that is also one small modification which we have done. So after this, everything would be fine. We just have to change the app to router. So now if I go back to Postman, and if I, you can see here, right, I'm using the MongoDB, I'm using the Netlify URL which was given to me in the deployment successful thing, right? So here, this is the URL which I'm using here, now followed by .netlify function index. Fine. So this is coming from where? This is coming from our this root URL for the Netlify. So that we are using here, followed by our respective API URL. Fine. So you can see here API/book, whatever. So if I change this, if I click on get, it will simply just fetch me the respective information. Fine. So this now has become non-local, right? So if I click on this one, if I remove, I just want to try to hit my, you can see, right? The root URL is being hit, so it is sending me this one. Now if I want to post book 3 or something, I will just change the price. Now if I hit this, okay, so the URL has to be correct, right? So what is my URL for the post? It should be this one, API book, right? So if I give this, now if I click on send, you can see it got successfully inserted in my database. Now if I again get, you can see it will be incremented by 1. So we have added this, I think we have added this one, goblet of fire, right? So that is how we should be. So it is just like the local one which I have covered in the class, but here we are deploying in Netlify so that it runs 24/7 in the uh, in non-local server, right? So that is about our Netlify deployment. Hope it helps. So let me close it here for today. Okay. Okay. Bye.